introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors. Off Week 1 victories, who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 6. Seven.
Again, blocker. Let's go. Not today. Not ever. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Back. Ohio.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Let's go. White 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! 190! 190! Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 at the 19.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Let's go! 190! 190! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And backed up to the 24. Negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15?
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! 190! 190! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean? Break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on, 5 on, 5 on.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Sonic! Hey, sub. Hey, sub.
From the gun, Winston. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Flight 22.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Green, triple C.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right. And you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So 1:55 to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. More from the desert after this. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters it.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Following the interception, Winston. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Grand 38. Ohio. Silver. Flex round. Flex round. Hut.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 31, check 31.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Green, trouble safe. Green, trouble safe. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Boys, head up. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Flushed out, and Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Hey, stop. Ready. Blue ready. Green, trouble safe.
Play action now. Winston sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution. execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Gonna look deep for Wilson, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Ready. Blue lady. Blue lady. Hey. Hey. Stop. Salo. Turning.
A 1st down throw for Winston. He lets it fly for Lockett. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So out now come the Cardinals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That goes for a gain of 31.
Flex round.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
We go even.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll try to throw now. Winston. A quick hitter complete. It's Bird. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Jameis now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Winston. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down at the 28. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
They're going to look to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Green, Trevor C. Green, Trevor C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's taken down deep in their territory. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check your hot read.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They're looking to throw this. Winston trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Play fake. Winston. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now back onto the field comes the Cardinal offense, and they're going to try for 2. Here's a toss coming right, and he'll find his way in for 2, and we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance.
You face that mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this race.